Well, good morning and welcome to the Stroke. I am your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wall. And for those of you that are new here, I started doing this show quite some time ago, 5, 6 years ago, and to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, as I had my stroke. And that was very eye opening. Good morning. Good morning. And so now I know a little more than I didn't know 14 years ago. So, but I wanted to bring on stroke survivors, brain injury survivors to share their journeys from all across the world, and also bringing on experts in brain health so they can share their knowledge for us to know. And so this morning I wanted to talk about um, traveling, as I traveled the end of last month, something like that. Yeah, and man, did I learn a whole bunch because they haven't traveled really a whole bunch. Well, did to New York last year, and this year at the end of the month we're going down to Southern California again. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about because it's something that we all need to think about when you're traveling because it is a well, I'm going to say it. It's a lot of work if you're not prepared. So that's what I want to talk about. So let's go ahead and also, if you haven't done that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel called Let's Talk Stroke. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this ball rolling here. Hang on. All righty. I know that's kind of a little long one there, but anyway, um, this is also if you're going to be on my Facebook page, it's actually live on there as well. So not only just YouTube, it's on LinkedIn. This show, Twitch. Let's see, my personal Facebook page, Jerry Wall. So if you, I know a lot of people don't know that. Again, there were some issues, but anyway. Good morning. Let's see who's around here. So good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Kevin. And I'm glad you're feeling better. Um, Lindora, nice to see you too. And hope I didn't miss it. Christopher, thank you for being here. Hope I didn't miss. I'm just looking here that I did miss, didn't miss anything. Um, I see you there. I know I'm reading disability service thing. They come in handy. Yeah, absolutely. So so what I wanted to talk about is good morning, Michelle. And if I miss you, I apologize, and I something I don't want to miss, but I really appreciate you guys being here. And let's see, where do we all start here? Okay, so anyway, I if you haven't traveled or if you're preparing to travel, I wanted to give you some tips that I um, learned, and since I've been traveling over the last well 14-year stroke survivor. So I've done my share of good traveling. So anyway, one of the first things that I mean, this is the one I first do is my medication. If you have a because I take meds, so I do have a backpack. I always take with me, and I also I hope I didn't forget Michelle and good morning. I roses. Yes. So good morning. So I always take my medication, and do I take it both uh, in my backpack? Is one of the first things. I take my backpack and have a little container with some of my pills in the bottle, just excuse me, so they can see that, you know, I these pills are not just pills. So it says on the pill bottle, on my name, but I also have more of them. Depends how fat where you're going, and how many days you're going. So not only do I have a pill box that is filled, I take that because if I lose my the carry-on, I'll have some pills in my backpack. That's that's kind of like the first thing I do. If there's any medical documents that you need to take, um, you need to do that. You may sometimes people have to, it depends what you're taking. They have to get some um, what do you call it? A letter from your doctor. A lot of people do that. You take a document from your a what do you call it? A letter from your doctor saying what they outline what your condition is, and this is what you take. So that's one of the things. I don't, people say, because I've done a lot of research on this, a lot of people say, get some travel insurance that covers the pre-existing conditions, related to our stroke or brain injury, whatever your condition is. Something I don't do, but and there's also another one about informing the airline. And since the airline that I take, I already have it, so it's in the my I don't know, night notes. When they pull up my name, it shows that that I have a condition, disability, that in advance, so I don't have to be, filling out something. So make sure your airline knows that you do have a pre-existing condition. Um, Mine has also, dependent on the airport. Here's one thing I learned just the other day, well, the end of last month. Um, it says I have a wheelchair, that I need to take a wheelchair. Um, and that's what I don't. It depends where the airport is. It is you get a wheelchair. Well, one of the airports where we went, a layover, and that this is another, when you pack some essentials. But anyway, I said, "Nah, I don't need a wheelchair," and I went to, it was one of the airports was Las Vegas. Well, let me give you an idea. If you have not been to Las Vegas airport, it was so, I think I got 5,000 steps just going in the airport. And it got so bad of shaking just because of me. My leg got so much, when you have, well, for me, a stroke, if you have, you start to get clones where my leg starts shaking. That was because I was completely exhausted going through the airport. I usually don't have that issue, but I did. So I ended up, um, what do you call it? I did have that issue because it was so long, but also a wheelchair service. And when typically you board first if you have a condition, and if it's like the airplane, I need little better leg room, little extra leg room, especially boarding and getting on the airplane. Let me just see some of these. I just like traveling. Serena, nice to see here. You, will stay in. I know. Okay. I understand. Your medical bag flying for free. Yes, yes. And good morning, Musa. Good morning, Michelle. And I really apologize. I see roses out there. But anyway, if you know, let's see, medical. Yes, my medical bag. But the airline I take does allow you to take 2 bags. But let me tell you, this trip that we're going for 4 days, I'm basically probably going to take just a backpack. It's a lot, and so I'm not going to check that in. Obviously, I'm not going to. So that's one of the things I'm not going to do. So anyway, that's I know it is all traveling is, when you have a disability, is a pain in the disability. So that's one thing. So what essentials would I take? Okay, me is my I pack my medication in my carry-on, so in case there's some delays. That's one of the things. And as I said, keep your meds. I keep in a container, but then I also bring the original bottle that shows my name on it, with a prescription label, not expired. So that's something definitely I bring. Also, you need to take some like comfortable essentials to make sure that a lot of people, depends on how long the flight is, take your neck pillow. I don't do that, but that's just me. But compression socks, depends how long you fly. Oh, you trust me, you'll need those. You know, a 3-hour flight and then get on and then take a layover. I do bring my compression socks. I don't bring a blanket just because it just means you got to take more stuff. I can deal with, no blanket. I usually have a sweater or something. That's what I usually bring. And keep easy to assess. I bring snacks, water to make sure that I'm hydrated, energy bars, stuff. I mean, this is things. I mean, you could bring whatever you guys want to bring, but that's something that I do. So that's just me. There's other things I bring too, but anyway, when you get to the airport, we arrive early just because can't run, and it just takes me more time to check in. And I don't know if you guys have this. Good morning, Boyd. Mez toothbrush. Well, yeah, yeah, yes, Serena. I love your comment there. Bring your comment up here because you're right. Meds, toothbrush, deodorant are must-haves. Absolutely, I'm with you on that completely. Let's say, how do you? This is I'm. Oh yeah, let's just. How do you pack the meds without having a problem when you go through the scanning the airport? Okay, thank you for the question. I appreciate questions. Now, I pack mine. They're in a when you go through the, what do you call it? The, I say metal detector, whatever the thing is, you have to walk in. I always get violated. No, you have to get patted down because I can't take my. I wear my AFO, and I'm not going to take it off. So Cindy, yes. So I pack it in my carry-on, so it goes through the scanner, and you can look at it on the scanner. They X-ray it, so sometimes they have to open it up and go through that, and that's for me. That's what they do. So I don't know if that helped you, Emily or Cindy. Yeah, nice to see you. I'm glad you always send me a message in the morning. I like that. Thank you. So that's what I do for that. So to go back to the airport, I check in early. We arrive early because some of the parking, if a lot of times these airports are packed, and like everybody's traveling. It's crazy. So we get there early because I can't go fast, and poor Barb has it's a lot of work for her. I mean, her carrying the some stuff. Our things have rollers, so we roll. Well, we roll. But so yeah, so we do that. What else do we? So we'll check in early, the security screening, get into the gate. Once I get to the gate, it's like, but I always go to the handicap part because I am handicapped, and when the people see me, when you see me, oh, he's not handicapped. When they see me stand up and walk, it's like, walking like a penguin. I know some people have an issue with this, but anyway, and do you have any mobility? A lot of people do. What do they do? They bring you wear. I don't use a cane, but I do have my AFO, and I do wear that when I'm traveling and I'm not going to take it off. Otherwise, it takes too much time. So do you bring a walker, a wheelchair? Um, I've done that in the past, but I don't do it anymore. The cane I used to do all the time. No more, no more. Um, I feel like sometimes I should because I'm usually hanging on to Barb the shoulder, holding her, or her hand. But then it's a lot of work. I mean, I feel for her. So the good thing is airports provide like mobility aids, like the wheelchair. They actually have canes. I didn't know that, but they have canes. But I didn't use it. But they told me, "Do you need a cane?" No, I don't. So that's one of the things. Sometimes when you have to go through this security, the screening, um, I do inform them. You, I don't know if you have to, but I do inform the security when you're going through the security, the scanning. Um, I let them know that I had a hip. Now I broke a hip, and now there's metal rods. It never goes off, but that's an issue. And now Barb had a, what do you call it, a knee replacement. So she now says I had a knee replacement, but it doesn't go off. So, but they do definitely have to uh, screen me, and I have to be what do you call that? Uh, Patted down, and that's something I it always goes on with me. So I have to go to in other ways. Do you need to? They say, do you want to be in a private room? No, I mean, geez, I went through having a stroke, and how what goes on then. So um, they and, your pride is a little differently now. But so yeah, so go. No, I never tell them we need to go in a private room. Go ahead, pat me down, do your thing, whatever. It's fine. Um, and so that's one of the things. Let's see. So that's why I need to get there early. Let's see. I'm only say here what happens to your walker if you bring a walker? Well, okay, as you know, the walker folds. So you what I've done in the past, but I don't do it anymore because I'm not using any kind of aids like that. They used to. I to the go to the airplane, and right before I'm going to check in, go walk in, they take it and put it on the airplane. So that's what they do. They put it on the airplane. So when you get out, that's the first thing they bring before I get off the plane. They give me the walker. I don't do that anymore. That's something for me they've done. You have another one. Let's see. Do they? Let's see here. Do they let you near enough where you can access the when leaving the plane, or you used to go? Mine goes it checked in, but I'm because it folds. Um, yeah, I can't imagine that being an issue at all. Um, what you're saying here, your question. So it's not a problem at all. But if you're on one of the airplanes where you're sitting in the very front row, um, you can, I'm sure you can get some help there because they're pretty good about, at least when they see us handicapped, they're pretty good at helping us out. Good morning, Danielle. Nice to see you. Um, so that's that part. I hope I didn't miss any questions I'm looking through here. But I appreciate you guys being here. And again, if you're on Facebook, you can see you guys can see me on Facebook now. It's live, but and YouTube. If you haven't done it, subscribe to Let's Talk Stroke on YouTube. Also, when you're on the plane, this is really important. I mean, this is really important. You get in the plane, you don't think do you have compression socks because you're sitting there just basically doing nothing. And if there's 3 rows, this is another one. My gosh, this is I usually get like not a large person or a tall or whatever, and you can't see, but the armrest they take both mine. Um, why I let Barb have one, and then I'm in the middle seat because she wants to be in the window seat. So anyway, that's you got to be comfortable there. So and then don't be embarrassed or anything about, you've got to be. We had a brain injury. Um, I'll tell you 1 second there, Serena. Do I forget things? You know how that is. Um, move your legs periodically because you know what? I That's one thing that I have to do because I start feeling um, my circulation kind of tingling, and so you gotta stretch, change your positions, and I do that quite a bit. But that's why I would bring the compression socks because I'm telling you, if that helps, this it's very important. So staying comfortable is like one of the um, that's one of the things that you really. I mean, it's not fun. I mean, flying used to did it. I liked it because I flew airplanes, so it was always for me. I had no problem. But let your crew, let the flight attendants, let them know about your conditioning, and maybe they can do something for you during the flight. Um, it depends on how packed the flight is. Um, of course, the ones we've recently taken is completely packed, and so there was no seats available. So someone's going to sit next to you. So okay, so Serena, you're asking where am I going? This is long story short. Here is my mother-in-law. You know, she wants to get all the kids, Barb, her brother, and her sister together. So she said, "Why don't we um, go somewhere?" And so we are going to like near San Diego. Um, everybody, not everybody, we're going. No kids, so we're going there, and she's paying for it all. I mean, otherwise we couldn't go. I mean, it's just how expensive. Just flying is a pain in the disability and expensive now. So she, I'll do it all. We'll get a like an Airbnb, what do you call it, or something like that. Um, yeah, a Verbo. That's what they're called. Good morning, Vanessa. Nice to see you. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. I like talking privately about, and maybe the at nighttime when we have our little chit chats. No, speaking of chit chats, where's Mike Dose Megan? But anyway, so another one. When you go to your destination, you really need to plan ahead. Do some research. I've learned this, but I do it all the time? No, but research the transportation. Is it accessible for us? Options, accommodations. Um, I always do this. If we are in a hotel, I always make sure it's stroke friendly. Yeah, it's going to be a blast, Kevin. Uh, we're going straight to Santa Ana, John Wayne Airport. But anyway, so you got to make sure that, and I do this. This is 100%. If we are in a hotel, I need to have a walk-in shower. That's just a given. I mean, who wants to take a shower in the sink because I can't get in the tub? So that's something I completely make sure if we're doing it. That's how I do it. But so you make sure it's stroke friendly or brain injury friendly. It can accommodate, you know, even the dietary needs. That's something you got to look at. But 14 years, I know what we're doing. Well, Barb knows what we're doing to eat. And make sure it's like I said, stroke friendly, mobility friendly. That's something that I do, and or well, yeah. So another one. Don't. I'm trying to think of me. No, I actually did it the last time. Take it slow. You gotta. I'm trying to think what else I was thinking about. Oh, allow yourself some time. Once you get there, make sure you rest. I mean, some people don't need that rest. I'm just looking at what I go through. I make sure that I take time to rest before we go and um, you know 14 years when I was first in, and we first did a travel. Um, well, I'm telling you, I had to recover from the flight. So if you're a newbie stroke survivor, make sure you take it slow, get some rest before you do some activities, and that's something that I do. So not as much anymore. So when I first researched, I looked, okay, you got to schedule your activities immediately after your arrival. Don't do that. So you have to rent a car. Well, you don't have to rent a car. If you're going with a whole bunch of people and they have a car or van or whatever. But for us, we are getting our own rental car. That's kind of like the only thing we're getting. And so we're going to check it out and make sure, and we only need a little tiny little car, so it's not going to be that much. So that's one thing. But so that's one thing. Let's see, what else do we do? Um, I do have some apps that I use that are designed for traveling, um, to navigate airports, and because you can do that. You can research the airport, but I didn't do it in Vegas for our layover there, and it was probably I'll never do that again. I will, you get some. I have some apps that will, when you go through an airport, it'll know it, and you can just Google or whatever to find out where your next gate is, even though they say, oh, it's C14. Okay, I just flew in on B. Well, then no one told me that. Well, it's my fault. It I mean, it must have been a 2 mile walk. I didn't realize it was that big because when we first got there, the first layover going, it was like right next to the gate that we needed to go the next time. But when we were going home, that's where the issue was. Oh, and the layover, I didn't even realize. Check your layovers. Make sure. Um, us, we want maybe a 2 hour layover at the most. Well, goofy us. Well, okay, me. It was a 5 something hour layover. What are you gonna do for 5 hours? Oh my gosh. So anyway, so that's one of the things. So if you're gonna go to the airport, check where the gate is. How far is it? Because that will kind of determine. Okay, do I need a wheelchair or don't I? That's one of the things. Oh, awesome. If you get the best thing is if you can prepare and try to get a straight through flight if it's not too expensive. That's the way to go. But again, bring your compression socks. I'm telling you, I've learned the hard way on this stuff, So now I'm starting to keep a little list, and I make sure that I check the list twice. That's. So also, this is one that I could talk. It's not a huge big deal, but still, if speech communication is a challenge, only only for me, when I go to talk to somebody, that's where completely it goes south. And then people they kind of look at me and say, how much did he have to drink or something? So, you know, but if you have a wife or a spouse or what do you call it? Okay, I get it. So that she knows right away. I'll start talking because she knows I'll start mumbling the wrong thing, and that's when okay, you've been drinking? Oh, okay, So anyway, that's that. So that's why communication is like a device, or get a little card, and are they going to really read it? Well, the police will read it if you have the little card which shows that aphasias of what it is, and yeah, okay, you know what I mean. Anyway, so communication needs to be a very big thing. You've got to do that. Did that make sense? Also, if you're having a little issues, talk. Okay, if you're traveling by yourself, here's a big deal. I know who thinks of this. Make sure you have a list of emergency contacts, like available, like in my pocket. Looking at my pocket, in my pocket there. What I have pocket on the sides, and So have a list. It sounds kind of like, yeah, I don't need that, right? But you know what? Yeah, it's important. Grab a little card and have a little, what do you call it? Just a little emergency contacts of ready um, people that they can contact if something happens. Um, um, I don't do this, but they always say get the like local emergency services at where I'm going. I know I need to check that out because some of the places that we've gone are kind of rural where there's I don't know how worthy, I see the fire trucks and stuff going around. I never see where it says hospital or something. So that's something. I mean, these are tips that I thought I'd talk about because it really is. Um, it's important, especially when you're traveling. I'm telling you, I've learned the hard way. I've learned learned from things that I've done and not done. And the worst part is when you don't do anything. Crap! I should have realized I need this. I need this stuff. Um, Kevin, sorry. Okay, let me bring this here. I want to look at some of the questions, comments. Next month we're flying Eugene. Okay, and you're flying out of Santa Barbara. I want to tell you, if anybody has been to Santa Barbara Airport there, holy moly, it is such a, according to environment, it's such a cute airport. But it's so easy. If you got to get a rental car or if you got just flying out, it's awesome. I love that airport. And you have a layover, Kevin, in Vegas. Please do if you haven't been there, ah, I'm telling you, for me, I should have had a wheelchair. It was such a long walk. If you got to watch, oh, I don't have it. Get your steps going. Wait till you see. So I don't know what, if it's Southwest or wherever, look where because that hub there is just, I didn't realize how far it is. It's amazing. It, Bruce, what's up? Nice to see you, Bruce. So anyway, yeah, I Kevin, check out Las Vegas Airport if you haven't been there. That's that layover. Make sure you check. It's just something. So another one. Let's see. But this wasn't a. We weren't going to a different. Like if we were going to another country, figure out some of the translations. That's something like cards. Okay, hello, or wherever you're going. All these little things. See, these are things that I don't think of, but I have a list now that I have that is really cool that you have to. Yes, I know. The same here, Ken. I know. Check it out and find out. Yeah, hang on. Oh God, I know you're right there. Assuming, so yeah. Do I travel with companion? I always do. So um, they say travel with someone that understands. Um, what my condition is. Well, she knows what my condition is. People don't know when I'm going. I mean, I see people right there saying, um, "Oh, how'd you hurt your leg?" Because I have my AFO on. Oh, how'd you hurt your leg? I used to be going into the whole stroke deal, and oh, I said my ankle bends back and forth and whatever. So it depends how much time I have, because then oh, I'm sorry. I have that people saying, oh, I'm sorry. Um, so it depends on the situation as far as um, traveling with a companion, and that can assist me with my condition. Well, she already knows my condition for 40 years. Well, no, we've been married 40 years. Wait, coming up in 41, October. But so these tips that I said, there was 8 tips, and I said, if you, well, I didn't say because I'm saying it now. By taking these steps, you can make your travel experience more manageable and enjoyable. I'm telling you, these are what you need to do. But I do want to go back. Kevin, you're going to the, I mean, you're a lot. your layover is in Vegas. Look at somehow check out the gates, where it is, how far it is from each other. It may be worth, for me, walking, it's, I don't bring a cane or anything. I should have had a wheelchair on the way home one, the layover there. The way there, no big deal. But the way back, holding on, not trashing Vegas, because we've been to Vegas a lot, but the airport, my gosh, I never realized it before my stroke, but that's um, anyway. So I'm looking here at Serena. You say, I have to bring it up because I'm going to squint here. Focus on air focus air travel, right? What about car trip? And a bus, train. I know we have done the car trip, and these I'm telling you are the same thing, but just getting out of Texas, it's I mean when we moved here from California, when we got to Texas, I'm thinking, yes, we're close. 16 hours more. That's it's a big deal. So yeah, car trip is all these things are the same thing, Serena. I believe so. Just because getting in, I haven't taken a train since I was probably 10 years old. A bus probably in my teens. And so that car trip is, yeah, we have, and that's what I would consider that, like getting a hotel. Like I would make sure, but if it's sometimes it's just if you're just doing a quick little overnight just to go, um, I try to find a walk-in shower. Sometimes I just head in the sink, wake myself up, and off we go. Just because when you're getting out of Texas, getting through there, I'm telling you, some of the towns you don't want to, well, Arm and if Cassie or whoever's with us, they're scared to death of anything. So yeah, we didn't. But yeah, I should have. That could be another one there. I love to take a train. That's something I want to do, but no one wants to go with me. So if anyone wants to go, let's go. Well, gotta win the jackpot pot. So I know people in the U.S. normally plan out holidays or annual vacations. Does having a stroke keep you from going on these trips? Well, it depends. Now we're just talking about since you may ask the question, you can, everybody out there, if you want to answer that, that's awesome. But for me, yes, we definitely plan it out. So if we're going like no, we don't go to vacation holidays. Do we? Usually it's here. Um, my kids come over here, the grandkids. But if we are normally gonna go on to a vacation, this is hugely planned out for us, especially for flying. And I went over 8 steps of what those things, those tips that we follow. So I know it's not for everybody, um, not for everybody. So that's these are my tips that I threw out there. Make sense? But anyway, that's oh, that's pretty awesome, Kevin, about the layover. It's gonna be wee. Um, let's see. I've not gone on a holiday in years. In fact, I've not gone out of the house for 2 months now. Well, that's okay. I mean, are you, and I'm just throwing out there. You're doing some therapy and getting all that stuff, but um, being in the house, I know. Well, I was out. Remember when the pandemic? I was out in the house for a long time. I got complacent, doing my not doing my therapy. But so that's kind of what I did not do. Complacency. That was a time when I couldn't even say that word not too long ago. I mean, it really was not too long ago. But anyway, those are kind of the steps that I've taken. But again, one of the big things traveling for me, I never really thought of it. Only when I was in the hospital, um, the compression socks, which I don't have mom, but that's something that's so important, especially if you're on a flight that's somewhat more than an hour, on a 2, 3 hours. That's hugely important. Um, you have to start out with money. Robin, let's see, did I miss some of I, yeah, because I think some of um, the questions and comments are coming separately on Facebook. I just luckily, Robin, nice to see you. I'm looking down at my phone and I'm looking here. Interesting. Yes, I can see the comments. Now, I don't understand if I missed your comments, the Facebook ones. Um, I apologize. And this trip that we're going on, Robin, I'm looking down here. Your comments on my phone. First, yes. First, you have to start out with money. Gosh, who could not say that? Me. I totally agree. That's so important. I'm just, I know. I totally understand. I can see now people watching. Tom, I see you out there. Who else did I miss? But Vanessa, yes. I know. See, it's funny. I see some of the comments coming over on Facebook. I did not see yours, but on my phone, Robin. But yeah, I know. You've got to start out with money. I mean, okay, let me just tell you, being on disability doesn't give you some money. It's just this trip we're going on is being um, all we wasn't our doing. It was my mother-in-law. So yeah. So anyway, that's let's see. Did I'm trying to look here at some of these comments here. Um, I don't know. I agree. Sharon. Okay. Let's see. I did a cross country train ride to New Orleans since the stroke, and letting them know about your disability is helpful. I know that's kind of like flying. I always let them know, but they always say, I'm sorry. Seats, and they also help me step on and off. That I know really, and there's nothing wrong to be, what do you call that? Ashamed of. I mean, it's our condition. You know what, Robin? We'll be down there in um, uh, oh, San Clemente, Dana Point, up in that area. Um, we'll have our own car. I'm not sure what well, I don't know all the details, but it'll be 31st, I think, through the 4th. So my last one to know anyway. But anyway, yeah, so I'd love to see you guys. Um, let me see. Tom, good morning. I have a van built out to camp in. Okay, that's how I travel. That's awesome. I, I think it's pretty cool. It is probably a good idea to sit as close to the front as possible. For me, it is just because now we're talking about airplane. Yes, the 31st of this month. Anyway, yes, I'll send a message. Um, oh, yeah, sorry, Emily. The Cindy, look at it. I just throw all your names there. But for me, it's perfect, really good to sit in the front of the plane, especially if you're Southwest, just because the stretching of the legs, and then I can move myself around. It's a lot easier than just sitting, and you can't see my legs all crumped up here, crumped up. So anyway, that's what I threw out those 8 tips, and I could also, let's see at what time here. Okay, it's getting close. So let's see, I started with a bunch of little, and I write these. I don't write. I type them in because my dominant hand doesn't. You won't be able to read my writing, even my left hand, which is the you know. So anyway, so pre-travel preparations. Um, um, yeah, let's see here. And you know what? these questions, I appreciate you guys asking questions. Give some of these questions. We don't have to go to because we already went over all the tips of that for me that I did and prepare for when I am traveling. This is just something that I do. And if you haven't subscribed to Let's Talk Stroke on YouTube, there it is. Subscribe. Oh, over there. So any advice to help sleep better? I have early morning body, tremors. Those are. I'm with you on that. Stress for me causes me having seizures. And I've had, trust me, I've had my share of seizures. Sleeping, I use a little app. What I don't even know the name of it, but it's like I can hear for me, the rain and the lightning. This is just me. Really helps me. The little app, I put it on. I put it where I know I'll fall asleep. I don't fall asleep right away. It takes me, I know some people like my wife, some of my kids, as soon as they lay on the bed, they're out like that. That's some serious. That's awesome, isn't it? Can you imagine that? I don't know if you guys have that good things like that. Um, but any advice on sleep better, on early morning body tremors? I have that too. Um, yeah, I toss and turn I'm basically all night long, and it's funny. I can wake up on a dime but then when I wake up, I've dreamt of something. So I'm and he, but I wake up and I stay in bed. Um, anyway, I know I just look for me. I used to take the what's this? Can't think of the sleep thing. Doesn't help. It actually got me hyper. So I don't. So Joe, that's for that's just me. Those are gummy things, not CBD, but I've done everything, nothing helped. But for sleep, I just use that sleep app. That my phone is next to me, and I just let it, either the rain or wind or something that because I'm maybe a little different. The, um, I like rain. And if we have a storm, I'm good. Oh gosh, I like a storm, and they lay down, and it kind of helps me. And I don't because otherwise, if it's real quiet, I'm listening to everything, So I don't. That's what I don't. Um, I don't know if that helped you, but that's just me. So I appreciate you asking the question. Um, there you go. The melatonin. Yeah, okay. Oh, I had a stroke, and my short-term memory is just yes, Robin, we can chat later. Yes. How funny. I say just amazing. Brad, dude, what's up, man? Nice to see you. And congratulations really on that wedding. I'm so glad you guys got married. Just a beautiful couple. So that's yeah. Good morning. You've been sleeping really well recently, like 4 to 6 hours of deep sleep. Wow, that's good. Um, you know, I don't know if this is dumb or not, but I used to wear my watch to bed, but I turned off the heart monitor because my heart rate. I don't know how your heart rates goes. Mine starts buzzing because I don't know why everything's. So I turn it off and I sleep, and it tells me what kind of REM sleep I've had, deep sleep, all the different things. So you listen to Smooth Jab, Watercolor. Oh, I'll check that out. But, all right. Thanks, Tom, for the suggestion there. So that's pretty darn cool. But Joe, yeah, the melatonin, that's just like, I know that kept me up. I don't know why. That's something that I'm looking at the time. The tech kept me up. That's one of the things that really kept me up. And let's see here. I don't know. Sit in the passenger seat. Okay, I'm just looking at some other comments here. So um, I appreciate that. I'll go back to these when when the show's over. Actually, I usually go to do a little workout, um, and then I'll go back to these and look at the comments and if I've missed some of you. But Robin, yeah, let's chit chat. And not sure what your schedule's like. But yeah, I look forward to chit chatting you. But anyway, um, I it's getting close to the end of the deal, the end of the show, and stick around for Thursday's show. Got a special guest again who's going to be on, and I look forward to it. So, um, melatonin. Anything else that you'd like to ask? You know, when you have a stroke, you know that we get to be an open book. Um, you know, when I'm just talking about me, so not putting any words in anybody else's mouth. Is that how it goes? Yeah. So, but anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot that I can see a bunch of comments on my phone that are not coming over here, which on the screen here on the on the let's see here, right here on the comments. Now I can't, which is, it is what it is. So Kevin, yeah, oh man, I can't wait till you go see where you're going on the layover there. It's just can't. It's just yeah. I know. Just that one day. But anyway, what was the deal here? Aha. Maybe someone will give you an answer on that one. We haven't, Sharon. Anyone take a cruise since your stroke? That's my next move. I want to, but Barb doesn't. Um, yeah, that's gonna be another topic there. But anyway, yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. You guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. So Tuesday, Thursdays on from LinkedIn to you name it, social media. This show is on live and it won't go away. It's saved forever. So you can always go back and look at it if you miss something, but I appreciate it. And again, go to YouTube, getting close on that one. Serena, you see how it's going up there. So subscribe. Let's talk stroke. So that's awesome. Let's see here. What else? I hope we can talk about. Yes, me too. I'd happen to answer questions. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, we'll have to, and I'll go back through these things. But send me a private message if because short-term memory. So if I don't get a hold of you, please send me a message so that I can do it. Thank you as always to um, being here, sticking around and doing your thing. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and yeah, have a great rest of your day, and let's see you again on the next show. Take care from Let's Talk Stroke here, Tuesday and Thursday.